Come up here. Up, 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 up. You're considering it. I can see the consideration in your face. There he is. High five. High five. High five. Thanks, buddy. It's a great day because after like 5 months of asking YouTube, they finally gave my join button. Finally. So if you would like to support the channel, join button is down there. Please check it out. It's the same thing as like Twitch basically. And I've been waiting for this for a while. It would be awesome if you guys support it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I tried to pack it with value. Like literally you should like get a pen and paper before you start this. And anyways, I'll see you in the next one. Welcome to another attempt at Josh tries to get back into the algorithm to continue his growth. For those of you guys who say I sound like Morty, I have done you a favor and I put Morty on the background. Hopefully you guys get something out of this. Representing you guys calling me out for Morty. Appreciate you guys. Today we're gonna do something value added. Today I'm gonna try to pull up a junior dev job or just a job that I think isn't generally okay, and I'm gonna walk you through applying to it. The things that I would do to research it, the things that I would do to write my cover letter. We're gonna take some notes and I'm gonna try to edit this all together and show you guys how I would apply to a job right now going into the industry if I had to do it. You guys can like leave a comment down below if you want like come up with like an alias. I've been using like Dexter Burgundy could be good, right? Ron Burgundy and Dexter Morgan. I don't know. You guys leave a comment. Let me know what you want me to be as an alias, because right now if I apply to jobs for real, they're just gonna Google my name. They're gonna be like, yeah, this guy's just yanking our chain. Because that happened in a live stream. You can probably go hunt it down where this lady emails me while I'm live streaming applying to jobs. So let's jump right into this. All right, so I'm at Indeed. I'm just gonna type in developer. I always type in developer. I don't type. Sometimes it's either software developer or developer. That's it. And we want Salt Lake City, Utah. This is terrible. Actually, this is the one I roasted in my last video. They're paid. Oh, because they got roasted so hard they paid to be at the top of the results. That's how desperate they are to screw somebody over. PHP Developer. So let's say that I have a skill set of JavaScript. I'm still gonna click apply to this, and I think let's go ahead and do that. Express apply. Express apply is kind of lame. Let's just read about it real quick. Tech stack, yep. Laravel, CodeIgniter, yep. So they're using MVC. So I'd want to let me pull up my notes real quick. So I make a list of things that I note about the company when I'm researching it. But we want to note that VC is going to be really good here. They're using HTML, CSS, jQuery, so possibly old contracts, Git, Bitbucket. So version control, Cloud, CentOS. Maybe talk about how you could use VirtualBox, Redis for caching. Talk about caching. Desired attributes, SSL certificates. This is pretty easy to do. You can get a free SSL certificate. That's what I use on my website, grindreel.com. You can get free SSL certificates that renew. And so if I were to go and apply to this job right now, I would tell them like, we can just get a free SSL certificate and save a bunch of money. And here, look, let me Google it. So I'll put SSL, I'll just Google free SSL certificate. And then there's a website, Let's Encrypt. Here you go. So you can use Let's Encrypt, and it will just continuously renew. You can see SSL certificate. If you don't know what that means, that just means like you have HTTPS. HTTP used to be old school web protocol, then they added the S for secure. I'm just kidding. I don't think it means secure, but up here at the top they got HTTPS. That means it's secure, and to get that you need an SSL certificate. So this is free. There's a lot of hosts out there that charge money for SSL hosting, and you don't need to be paying that money. So maybe you could save the company a few dollars right off the bat just by mentioning, hey, do you guys use Let's Encrypt? We'll make a note here of Let's Encrypt. Do they use it? Go back to the job. Occasional customer service required. In the cover letter, I'll make a note of this here. So if you've had like a retail job or a job in like IT, any job where you've had to work with people pretty much, make sure to kind of talk about that here. I have experience with client work and negotiating complex issues. That's PR way to say my customer's being a dick right now, but I'm not losing my cool. I'm sure you guys have all experienced that one customer. It's actually super cool. You could do part-time, then maybe negotiate remote, outage mitigation. So a little bit of DevOps here. Talk about DevOps, maybe talk about AWS. Occasional customer service required. Yeah, we already covered that one. Seeking minimum 30-hour commitment. Remote work, flexible hours, and a dedicated desk at home can be provided. So part-time and remote, and so PHP 1 year required. And as you know, Indeed says if I were to click apply to this right now, and I put in my name here, and it says, preferred, they want 1. So I'm going to put 1.5. And even if you don't, just go ahead and put that because this is not the same person that's going to be interviewing you. Are you able to work in Salt Lake City? This is required. This means they want someone local to the area, even though it's remote, but you might have to come to the office a couple times. How many years of PHP do you have? If you put anything less than 1, this ain't going anywhere. Right here, you can see below the modal, right here, PHP 1 year required. So if I put
If I put 6 months, it's not getting sent. I'm not sure how they parse this on the back end, really. I'm not sure how they know I'm typing months. It might give me an error. New Relic monitoring, Kanban, Jira. So talk about Agile in your cover letter. Ability to do Jira, right? Jira's an Atlassian suite, so we'll make a note of that. Part-time remote for this much. So this is $30 an hour to $50 an hour, pretty much. The hours per week, 30 to 39. So they don't want to give you benefits, but hey, it's part-time, and they say that. They don't say that it's full-time. They say that it's part-time upfront, so I think that's fair. This person will be responsible for refining and managing the Kanban queue of important tasks provided by a PO company with the lead developer. So 33% of your time will be building, and then the rest of it will just be doing tickets. Talk about your ability to work remote, probably in the cover letter. If you guys want cover letter templates, I have cover letter templates on my website, resume templates and all that stuff, but that's not why I'm making this video. I'm just making notes of things that you would want to put emphasis on in your cover letter and in your resume. You're probably going to get some SQL stuff. They might ask you for a simple test, so SQL, and if you're looking to study SQL, you could do SQLbolt.com, I think. So yeah, definitely want to talk about Agile. If you don't know what a Kanban board is, you can just think of it as like a board of sticky notes, and then like they're all in columns from backlog into to-do, and then you put it into like QA, and then you put it into like, you know, waiting to be pushed to production or whatever, right? So it's just like a task list. It's a Kanban board. Engineering discipline seriously. Talk about how you're a self-starter. That's what they want to see in your cover letter. So I'm gonna make some new lines here, generating a little bit of a cover letter for you guys of how I would write one from scratch. Josh Fluke, and I have such as Laravel and other MVCs outside of PHP, and complex customer issues at the same time. I don't know. I think that's kind of worded weird. I might put that. Full stack, which means you know SQL, you know the MVC, HTML, CSS, that's all kind of required to do Laravel. jQuery, okay, I don't think there's a need for jQuery, but in the interview, so this is an interview question that you'd ask them, be like, oh, I saw that you were using jQuery, could you please give me some more information? Do you guys have some old clients? You know, ask that in the interview question. I've worked through tickets and complex customer issues at the same time. So you'll notice I put I'm familiar with. That way I'm not claiming too much and I'm not claiming too little. All I want is to get my foot in the door, right? I'm familiar with XYZ. I'm an expert at XYZ. I'm a noob at this, but I'm willing to learn. I just say I'm familiar with, and even if I'm not super familiar with it, I can get familiar with it if I know that they're gonna be like, hey, we saw that you were familiar with it. What can you do with this? Hey, I guess I'm studying whatever it is I said I was familiar at, and like hardcore. You know, I'm cramming that in until I get to that interview. And if they're like, well, when can you do an interview? You know, give yourself some lag time here. Give yourself a week. Be like, well, I'm available next Monday. All right, now you got like however many days it is till next Monday to cram that in. And if you absolutely haven't touched it ever, just put like, I've worked with it in a personal project, but I've been looking for an opportunity to use it in a professional capacity or something like that. SSL certificates. I actually have both of my websites. You can see that they're both SSL certified, and I use Let's Encrypt because it's free. And then maybe put that in like parentheses, right? Because they'll be like, oh, it's free. If they don't know it's free, they'll be like, wait, what is this? And they might bring you in an interview and be like, hold on, what else does this guy know? What else does this guy know that can save us a bunch of money? Working with customers. I don't know, this is kind of redundant. I say I've experienced working remotely and pair coding because you're going to be working with the lead developer developing stuff to grow the company. I don't really have a bunch of experience with Redis, so I'm not really going to mention that here. I just want to kind of play on my strengths. I've also used Cloudflare. What else? I'm not like a security professional. I mean, I know about like SQL injection and like cross origin stuff like that. I'd probably ask them about that in the interview. Pro tip here is like print this out, take it to the interview and ask them questions on it. Be like, it says here that you're looking for someone that's security minded. What do you mean by that? And then they'll explain it to you and be like, oh yeah, I have familiarity with that for sure. Yeah, absolutely. But you don't want to have a cover letter that's too long. I'm just playing to my strengths right now. What I want to see is that signing order LLC. Let's do a little Google. Let's do a little research here. Because when you go in the interview, they're going to be like, why should we hire you? Be like, well, I really like what you're doing. First thing we're going to check, we're going to inspect the page, see if there's any errors on the page. Failed to load resource. Oh, that's on my, well, actually, no, this is a New Relic thing, and they mentioned New Relic. Not sure if this is on my end because I got ad block. So maybe mention that. You could probably be like, as I was inspecting as I was researching your company, New Relic error on your main. If you wanted to, you could spend a couple minutes to go Google what New Relic is and see. So error blocked by client. So that's blocked by me. That's probably my ad block stuff up here. Let's see what that does. Yeah, so ad block plus blocks New Relic 852 min.js New Relic explores up. So this is a known issue. It's actually really old. You can still note that. I don't know why they're trying to use New Relic here, but you could say Adblock is currently disabling your New Relic on the front page. As I was researching your company, I noticed that there was a New Relic error on your main page, and I believe this is due to Adblock. Not sure if you're aware, but wanted to let you know. An intuitive real estate sign. Okay, so this is like for signing a bunch of papers when you buy a house and stuff. Yeah, like signing all the paperwork that you have to do. It's all online. I don't want to apply through the job application here. I wanted to do it another way, try to figure out some way that works there, because if the company doesn't have a careers page, that means the company is like really small. Phone number 888-250-6211. If I wanted this job, I'd call in and I'd be like, hello, I saw your developer position posted on Indeed.com. When I applied there, it didn't work. Yes, I know that it does, but I want to get to the person. So, hello, I tried to apply on Indeed.com and it didn't work. Is there an email that I could send this directly to somebody? Got to finesse, got to get in there. So we're looking for bugs and stuff just so we can make notes. There's so many stock photos of like generic business people. I don't understand what value is. This like making it look more professional. A generic business guy. Okay, so we've done the research. We've looked at it, found some really good stuff that kind of makes us stand out here. We've analyzed the position. So here's something I noticed as we were going to LinkedIn and I was trying to copy paste signing order. They have some serious SEO issues, and I'm just going to bring that up right now. If you ever have text as a picture, Google cannot use that in their SEO. Also, I don't know how much front end matters to them or how much this matters to them, but notice when I was researching the company, well, let's see, Google cannot recognize text that is images. I think this is right here. This is bringing dollar values to them, because this is the difference between their signing order showing up as the fourth result on the page or the first result on the page. So you're looking at jobs, and there's a job just below product designer. Oh, I find something of interest here, and I start looking at this first. Everything down here just gets lost. And that's SEO in a nutshell. Like what people see initially is the probably gonna get clicked on the most. All right, so let's go back to LinkedIn, and I think we want like signing order is what it is. We could take a look at what she's up to. So we're kind of creeping here, but she comes up for that. So October 2015 to present, which takes her here. What you doing here? Like, are you working for them still? I noticed in your projects that it said this, and like no one else is coming up for signing order. Signingorder.com has over 50,000 users. This. So it looks like she's working there part-time. Oh, so we have Valcoria Software, and this other Kelsey person here is also working at Valcoria Software. We are a fluctuating team of 2 to 3 freelance-ish web application developers building cool stuff. Our main projects are signing order. We're not getting a whole lot here. This is a tiny company. I mean, 2 to 3 freelancers. It must be super tiny, but it must be growing if they're willing to pay this kind of money. We have these 2 people that we could message and be like, hey, I was looking at signing order and I was just curious what it was, and I noticed this looks like your personal project, but I saw that you're hiring for it. Could you maybe explain a little bit more how this works? That's how I would get through these issues that I'm having. But I don't expect a response because no one uses LinkedIn unless they're looking for a job pretty much. But yeah, that's it. That's this video. If you want me to do it with more jobs, maybe startup jobs, different types of full stack jobs, I could try data science, I could try Python. It's like, yeah, I probably can't do the code test for some of these jobs that you'd want me to apply to, but what we're getting at here is that you have to do a little research. You gotta kind of like inspect the page, look at things like the SEO, and there was an error there, and like things like that make you stand out as an applicant, not just, hello, I saw your posting for the job, I would like to be part of the team. Like, I didn't even look up their values or anything. It doesn't really look like they have a whole lot of values there, but you'd also want to do something like that. We can maybe do that in another video. This is a series I'm willing to do as a continuation to show you guys how to do this. I hope this has been value packed. I hope you guys were taking notes. If you think that this could help someone out there getting a job, maybe share the video. And if you want my resume and cover letters, the link for that is down in that prime real estate section of the description that I was talking about a little bit earlier. Maybe hit subscribe. Help me get back into the algorithm. Please don't leave a comment that says for the algorithm. You can help me disrupt the disruptors and apply to, I don't know, just, you know, let me know what you want to see in the comments below. I'd appreciate that. Help me get back into the flow of things. Looking at 250K by the end of the year. July 17th, my goal is 117,000, but that's not going to happen in 6 days. So rip, and I'll see you guys in the next one.